Hi everyone, and welcome to Perilous Pursuits. I'm GoGoDM, and this series is an audio recording of our adventures in D&D, and specifically our first campaign, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Spoiler warnings that we will be revealing key plot points in the Dragon Heist adventure, and that certain situations and language may not be suitable for younger audiences. And now, let's continue on with the next episode of our Adventurers Parties, Perilous Pursuits. So you guys remember what happened last?
Let's get a refresher.
Yeah,
Alright.
It's been a while.
You guys, looks like you got kind of set up at Emic Froon's estate. There were some dead servants that were found. And then that was after the fireball in Troll Skull Alley. And there was some kind of a weird puppet thing or whatever that was running along the roofs that you think caused the fireball. And it took off.
We got the necklace of fireballs, which we kept.
You got the necklace, yeah. You
I can't remember who had that.
I have it.
yeah. You're talking. You met Paws, who was digging around the garbage.
Who we've now promised a gold coin if she sticks around and helps us.
That's right. And then Emic showed up and basically said that
We murdered
it was you guys. You murdered all his servants.
We murdered the staff he murdered.
So they took you into custody, and there was some interrogation at the thing, and you think there's some strange things, and some people going in and out and finding information,
And he's impersonated a cleric, and then that was where we...
yeah, it was Daktar Muntar, the
Yeah.
cleric of Morden.
And he was able to impersonate.
So there's a questionable.
Dirty.
You asked a question, so you questioned him whether who got saved, and so
Yeah,
Tally
and that was
walked in.
the last we've been
Yeah.
involved in.
At the end of it, Tally walked in and found out, was asking questions.
Oh yeah,
She
he
was-
impersonated Tally. That's right.
and then Tally walked out, and then Tally walked right back in.
Yeah.
He's like,
And that's where you paused and
you're like, what the
Erden.
fuck?
Erden.
Yeah.
I'm like, Ergo Dan? No.
Yeah, you looked out the door, and there was just still people. You didn't see him or anything. Like, you probably just blended into the crowd. So,
Freaking polyjuice.
you guys are sent to a jail cell. It's getting kind of late at night.
Because we didn't murder Emic in his sleep.
Because
You
the
and
dark
Paz.
mist.
Now it's Erdan and
Lucan.
Lucan, right? And Paz. You guys are all at Troll Skull, and wondering when these guys are coming back. They don't seem to be coming back.
We can do the thing.
She has made some beds for you if you want to stay the night to wait for them. It's up to you guys. You guys are in a cell.
Yes. You guys don't know that.
You don't know that, but you're
Do they even
you're
know
in
that?
there.
Yeah, they know that we've been taken in though.
They don't know
They're waiting for confirmation from Daktar Muntar about your question.
Yeah, but Lucan and Erdan know that we were taken into custody.
Yeah. Yes, they do. They
Yeah.
saw you in the
Yeah.
alley.
Yeah, but they don't know what for. Entirely, I don't think.
they were heard.
No, they were there.
Okay.
Because you're lip reading.
Yeah, I lip read the whole conversation.
Oh,
that
shit.
Yeah, you're aware.
Okay.
You know this Emic Froon guy. You're not sure the history, but you know feels like he's setting these.
And I think
guys
I told you a little bit before we
yeah,
left too.
and I saw the conversation happen between him and the sheriff or the.
Yeah, Hyestus, the
Hyestus.
captain of the guard.
Yeah.
And I told you something first. Because
Yeah.
I was like,
And you gave me the key, so we have.
Key to Troll Skull.
Yeah,
And you handed the bag of holding to Erdan.
Eridan's got the bag of holding,
Yeah.
and
So-
the cobalt.
Cobalt
Has
has
nothing.
nothing. Because
She
you
has
guys
some
didn't
coins.
trust her.
She tried to get the bag of holding. I listened to it on the way here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She tried to steal it from you?
yeah.
No,
Tried to barter it
Oh, yeah.
for Erdan.
For something shiny or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, no.
No, we kind of listed off what was in it, and it's just like, no. No. It's like 1,000 gold.
there's a lot of good stuff in there.
Was there anything you guys wanted to you and Erdan wanted to do for the night?
We're both elves, so we only need 4 hours of meditation.
Yeah, okay.
So it's not like we have to have a room to sleep.
Sure. So there's a library. You guys could sit on a pillow and
Yeah.
meditate. You guys doing anything at night while in jail? Just sitting there?
I'm gonna meditate / sleep.
Are we in separate cells or one big cell?
One cell.
One cell. Okay.
Same cell.
Yeah, just gonna hang out.
Okay. So, morning comes. You guys, you wake up in the morning. Erdan and Lucan, you know they went to the station there, City Guards Watch. If you want to go there or do something else, you can now in the morning.
Yeah, I think first thing in the morning we'll go down to that.
Okay.
Peter
You're on your way.
Yeah, go
Okay.
see what's all shaking down.
Okay, you're on your way there.
for murder of like
Pause
13
is tagging
seconds.
along.
2 cups.
You guys are kind of, you hear a rattling at the door and kind of wakes you up, and well, you trance. So
Yeah.
you see Hestus in there, and another guard is fiddling with the keys to open up your gate, and wakes you guys up. And Hestus just says there's a second guard behind the guy. He's like, put some shackles on him.
Do I recognize any of these guys?
Like
the-
one of the guards
generic
was just kind of in and out of the room the other night. We don't recognize the other one.
Okay.
He wasn't in there the whole time though.
Was he in there at the concurrent time as
Daktar.
Emic?
Yes, he was.
Yeah. Okay. Is that the guy who said put shackles on?
That was the guy with the keys. So the guy you don't really recognize, he's putting shackles on you.
Okay. Someone we haven't seen before.
Yes, you turn around, all of you. He's putting shackles on your feet and on your hands.
Yeah. I'll just look at him like straight in the eyes very closely for any
And he looks at you just kind of confused.
hint of Emic.
Roll an insight.
I have my own dice.
Oof. That looks like a single digit for me.
What's insight? Oh, insight's its own roll. 4.
Hard to read.
Okay.
So you guys are letting them shackle you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, but I'm not stoked about. I'm not like struggling, but I'm not stoked about it.
So he's like, bring him to a holding room too. And they lead you into this holding room. And Hyasus isn't saying anything. So you get into the room, and the guards lead you in. Moontar is standing there to the side. There's a big table there. And so Daktar's kind of out by the wall, standing by the door. There's a single chair, or a couple chairs on the one side, and there's 3 chairs on the other side. In this room, you notice there's a bar on the table. And as they sit you down on the other side, they actually run the shackles through the bar.
Do I get a chance to talk to Hyestus? Like, can I kind of shuffle next to him so I can kind of like whisper something to him?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I'll just say,
While you're walking to the room?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So
once I see Daktar, as soon as I see Daktar in there,
So he's there, and
Yeah.
you walk right past him, towards the table.
Daktar?
Well,
Oh, Hyestus.
so if
Yeah,
this, if let's say this is the room, there's a table here, and there's the door you came in. Daktar is standing there. Hestus is on the other side of the door, and the guards are leading you to the other side of the table.
Okay. Yeah, so on the way by, I'll say to Hyestus, I'll be like, I hope you've taken some precautions to check Daktar for disguise magic.
And he just kind of looks at you blankly. He doesn't say anything. And the guard gives you a bit of a shove. He leads you down and sits down. They unshackle and then bring it through the thing, and they put the shackles back on. So you guys are actually shackled to the table. And Hyestus kind of sits down, and he says, some information has come to light. I've been talking to Daktar about some of the information talk that you asked me to ask him. Unfortunately, the information that he provided, he said that it was the lady's name was Shusa. Is that the name you mentioned to me?
Just curious as to the time frame between having that conversation.
You're asking the DM? Or
No.
Hyestus?
I'm asking Hyestus.
Just answer the question.
Like
Was Shusa the answer to your question?
Shusa is the answer to the question. Now, can you oblige with a response of the time frame? Was he able to answer that question immediately outside the room?
And
or
he
did you
feels-
have to leave your sight?
He stands up and he's just pacing back and forth because internally he feels. You notice there's something bugging him, and he's like, the evidence is overwhelming,
There's no evidence.
and
That man, chuckled, has provided circumstantial evidence.
and he walks over and he just looks at Doctor, and Doctor just shakes his head. Yes, just kind of looks down. He says, for the crimes of murdering the servants at Emic Froon's estate, I am placing you under arrest. You will be sent to the magistrate for judgment, and the most likely judgment will be hanging from the gates for murder and deception of the city guard.
I believe we have the right to face our accuser.
And he has to look at it, he goes,
It should be no problem for Emmett Froon to make a short appearance amongst everyone else here.
Hyestus looks at you and he says, I'm not talking to you. And he slams Daktar's by the neck against the wall. and Daktar's eyes go huge. He wasn't expecting that at all. And he looks over
Oh, there's our
at
accuser.
Daktar and he's like, I'm talking to you, Emic.
There's our accuser.
Oh!
Shit!
And Emic's just like Hyestus is a solid, bulky, strong man. And Emic,
just a
you've
real
seen him.
human.
He's not really a
Nah.
strong guy. Just tightens around the neck, and Emic's just like, or Daktar,
Yeah.
Daktar, who you assume is Emic, can't speak. He's just gurgling, and he kind of looks down at you guys, and the gurgling stops, and the eyes relax, and Hyestus looks at him confused, and he just looks straight at Hyestus as if he's not bothered by him at all. And all of a sudden, his neck starts changing and enlarging, and his body starts shifting.
Oh, whack, man. Yo, you got this, dude.
Need some help?
Man.
Hyestus seems confused by this. 1 second, I'm going to show you something.
Sitting there like, yo, hey, this. Can we get a hand?
The color of Emic appears to change to like a blue, and he seems to grow taller.
Oh.
And as he does, what this like the clothing and whatever Doctor had just almost melts away into this other form, and it looks like this.
Oh, dude, that's creepy. That's like alien. That's like, sorry. That's like, I don't know.
It's the guy from The Witcher.
Some kind of weird group
Wait.
creature.
How many people have
So-
seen The Witcher?
Not yet.
What?
I just finished the Black
So
Twist.
good.
Second episode.
Okay, I won't say.
I played the game, if that helps.
Game
So
is-
Yeah.
you hear Emic's sounds a little bit like Emic's voice. There's a hint of it in there. The creature speaks to Hyestus, and while Hyestus is trying to hang onto this throat that's
And
now
it's like-
fairly muscular
Yeah.
and above him, the creature goes out and grabs his throat. And starts to, and Hyestus is like,
Okay, can we start like screaming for the guards and stuff?
okay, you guys have a turn now to do. What are you doing?
Do I have the ability to do, like, my Eldritch Blast is fairly simple, but do I have the ability while I'm in the shackles to, like, cast a spell? It's verbal and somatic only, no material.
Yes, you have enough.
Yeah, no material components. So,
So while this is happening, you guys
That'll be
have a round.
Yeah.
Okay.
like a full round?
You guys
Yeah.
have a full action while this is
Okay.
Okay.
I want to try and tackle Hyestus out of the grip of the creature.
You are shackled to the table, and this table is
Oh.
solid, bolted to the floor.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we are not free.
You could try a strength check to get out if you want.
Are we tied
Yeah, I'll
together?
do that,
Are we
yeah.
chain ganged?
You're all chained to
Yeah.
the same table.
We're not chain ganged.
Okay.
But just to the
We are
same
separately
table.
There's an iron bar built
Yeah.
on this table that they are shackled through,
Yeah, he was wondering if we're all
so
shackled
they can't
together.
move away from the table.
As well, but we are not.
Okay, we'll start with you. Roll a strength check.
That's gonna be 16.
You kind of tug on it, creaks a little bit, but it seems pretty solid.
I'm
Would
gonna
you like to do,
thaumaturge my voice to 3 times louder.
Oh yes,
I'm gonna yell, I'm gonna yell, guards!
guards!
Where's the break? We're being attacked!
Can I hear
And-
that?
and-
How close am I to this?
You're still a few blocks away,
Scrolling down.
and this is in an enclosed building.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
want to know how close I am.
You're not there yet.
Yeah, just repeatedly yell that a few
It
times.
echoes throughout the building.
Yeah,
It's loud.
yeah.
Emic looks at you and gives you a glare. What would you like to do, attack?
So if it's a regular attack, I get my 2 attacks.
You guys notice something in his hand,
Okay.
but it's obscured a little bit by Hyestus.
Well, I'll aim for the face. Is he like directly against the wall from me?
So he's got about 3/4 cover right now, because half cover, because Hyestus is kind of right in front of him.
So if the room is square, and I'm, let's say, here,
Yeah.
is this right? Like that they'd be a little bit
so
of an angle?
Hyestus was there, he was there.
Because I push, if I hit this guy with my Eldritch Blast, it will push him back 10 feet. There's no save.
He's
There's
against
no,
the wall.
there's no nothing, so it would just push him straight into the wall. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have an angle on him, that's what I was wondering.
No.
Okay, I'll just attack him with 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
Okay. What don't I have on me that benefits me? Nothing. So it's my normal attack. 22.
22 hits.
Second attack. 19.
That hits too.
Ooh.
Hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo.
Okay, first attack. 11 damage. So it's force.
So it kind of hits him in the shoulder. Oh no, that was a higher one, right?
The higher to hit. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of hits him in the side of the head. Oh, and it just shakes it off.
11 and 11.
11 and 11?
Yeah.
And the last one was a bit lower, so you hit him in the shoulder.
My intent is to
Goes back.
use the full repelling blast that I have. So like if there's any room for him to slide backwards, it will.
Okay, so it kind of actually turns him a bit.
Like his,
but now,
his back will be like stuck against the wall from
Yeah.
like each hit. He'll be like, "Whoa."
well, you were at an angle though. So let's say I'm Emic,
Yeah.
and I'm holding us as you shot from there.
Yeah.
So now you kind of slid him down the wall. Now Hyestus is in his way, in your way.
Oh shit. Oh well.
So, but he just after glaring, he's just like, oh, this angry look at you.
Bring
And,
it, biatch!
And while that happens, you see this black smoke come out the back of Hyestus as the sword comes through his back, through his spine.
Oh.
Shadow comes off this sword, and you see this shadow coming off the sword, like pouring off it.
No.
And then it's almost like some kind of aura. The shadows are grabbing something from Hyestus and sucking it into the sword.
Oh, man.
Wait.
Hyestus starts gurgling. And blood is spurting out of him.
Oh, man.
Kill the mofo!
Emic just stares at Hyestus there. It's squeezing his neck.
Was
He's
there
got
no
this sword.
secondary guard?
No.
Oh, man.
Wait, I thought there was more in this room.
There's Shadow Guy, wasn't
The door bursts open,
Oh,
and
sick.
there's 2 guards there.
there? Yeah.
Emic looks at him, pulls the sword out, and throws Hyestus at the guards.
Haha, you lost your cover!
And they all go tumbling
Yeah.
out the door. It's just like a scramble. You hear noises like crazy just outside the door, and there's guards like tumbling over each other.
Right?
As that happens, Emic turns into one of the guards.
Oh, you shit.
And he looks over at you guys, and he says, I guess it'll be another time. And he goes out the door saying, They've killed Hyestus!
They're all
Comes in the
shackled
room.
to the desk.
Yeah, we're like,
And there's just confusion out there as this body of Hyestus is
Oh, we got 2 witnesses.
this limp thing, and these 2 guards are underneath him, and he's bleeding on him. And this other guard runs out saying, "They've killed Hyastus. They have weapons."
Okay.
And you hear more guards coming
Yeah,
down the hall, but they're not there yet.
Okay, I yell, stop that guard, because, I don't know, I just start yelling that. That's the only thing that comes to my mind is...
So you hear running in the hallway,
Yeah.
and you hear another voice of a guard saying, "I'll go get more help."
No, I'm yelling, stop that guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
At disadvantage.
Is this still thaumaturgy?
Yeah,
How
I'm
long
still...
does that last?
1 minute.
So it's still...
Yeah,
still have the
still
loud
3 times
voice.
louder.
Yeah. You're a
very
prisoner giving orders.
Yeah, but very loudly.
Yes.
Oh, too bad. 13.
Yeah, you're not sure if that had any effect or not.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
just hear
a couple guards,
commotion
like, double check.
out there.
Double guess themselves.
You just hear commotion out there.
Yeah.
You don't see this anymore.
Nope. Whatever the hell that was.
You're gonna come on.
3 guards come pouring into the room with swords drawn, pointing at you. And they look confused, and they look back at Hyastus and the other guards. What do you guys do?
I'm afraid the killer's impersonated one of your guards. I would highly recommend you track everyone down that was in this room.
I'm gonna be a little less,
Roll a persuasion check.
Here comes Lucky Feet. At disadvantage.
Well, you have advantage, don't you?
20. Doesn't need
I probably don't have the Ring of Persuasion on unless they are not very.
No, they wouldn't
thorough.
have taken a ring.
Oh, okay.
They would have
Well,
taken
I
their
don't need an
equipment.
advantage. So
Nat
that's
20?
a 20, and I have +7, so 27.
Okay. So the 3 guards are looking at you, and they're looking at your chains. They don't see any weapons on you around you at all.
Yeah.
They see the blood, and they see the 2 guards, and they kind of look at each other. Going,
It's a shapeshifter.
they're like, lock down the watch. And one of them goes running out, yelling, "Lock down the watch! Lock down the watch!"
we think he was... Oh, yeah, we have no idea where he was
No,
going.
let them do their thing.
Yeah, he
There's
said
nothing
he
we
was
can do.
going to, like, go get more guards, but there's likely he didn't even go that way, so...
And the 2 guards are now pushed themselves out from
Yeah.
underneath Justice. And they're like, "It was this blue thing. It killed Hestus. It's holding it by his neck." And the guards are kind of panicking. They look over at you still. What happened?
We're fairly certain
These are the 2.
of the identity...
One of them is aware of the whole situation.
Yeah.
And the accusations of a shapeshifter and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Emic
We're
Rune
fairly certain it was Emic Froon.
is 99% sure the person involved in all the impersonations and the murder of Hyastus. He will probably retreat to his residence if he gets out of here. It may be advisable
Send
to have...
guards to his residence.
Yeah.
And guards start pouring into the room.
Have everyone in like 3s or something, because remember, he impersonated you quite easily.
And then you hear some yelling somewhere down the hall in the building. And screaming.
Oh,
It'd be
shit.
nice if we were free of these to help out.
They're kind of looking like, what the fuck's going on?
We're just like looking like...
and he's
can we
like,
uncheck
one,
them?
one of them says, "Stay here and watch them." And he grabs like 4 of the guards, and they go running down.
So we only got one guy in the room with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, can you, like, get these off of us at least? Like, I don't mind being kept in this room.
This
but-
is a young guy. He's scared shitless.
Man,
He doesn't know what's going on.
Just like go full movie. I'm like, do you want to die, son? You're gonna die unless you take these off of us. He is coming back, and he is gonna kill us and
It's just-
anybody else that's in the
He's just
room.
looking.
Unless you take these shackles off
Roll
of
an
us
intimidation-
right
Roll
now.
an intimidation check.
I'm still really loud. Can I get advantage on that?
Meanwhile, everyone else in the building.
You're still
Just regular roll at least.
regular roll. I'm not going to give you advantage if you're locked up.
But I'm yelling at him so loud, and he's so young and nervous.
Yeah, you can.
No, I did not advise. I did not persuade
Total?
anybody.
Total?
3. He's just
can't
he's
roll.
just scared. He's too scared to die.
I can't roll that low.
Lucan,
Yes.
you walking up to the city
Oh
watch.
shit!
Um,
Getting into a storm.
you see a few people walk out of the building.
Storm of shit.
Guards? Like, do they look like they're dressed like...
Guards.
Yes.
But right after that,
Yeah.
you hear yelling inside. 3 guards walked out, and you see yelling inside the building.
Do the 3 people who walk out, do they look like... Do they look shady? Do they look nervous?
Roll an
Do they
insight.
look running?
Roll an insight check.
Not one.
That one.
But
They all
They're
look
going to the
guards.
Royal Ball.
Yeah. They look like they're just doing their normal business.
yeah.
Screaming and running, but they're
So-
fine.
I just go in.
Yeah, you go in.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Two of them turn around and follow you inside.
They follow me.
Yeah,
Yes.
because they heard this ruckus, and 2 of them come in behind you.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Wait, just wait here.
Okay.
And they go in there, and there's a person screaming. There is a receptionist, a woman. Oh, she's bleeding. Her arm was cut off. She's lying on the floor. She
Damn.
looks like she's bleeding out.
That is like not chill.
She's like a half elf woman, and she was kind of the reception for the city watch and all that. And her arm is chopped off.
So-
her right arm.
Erdan's gonna go over there and tend to her wounds.
Okay, so
Right.
he'll put cure wounds and stop the bleeding.
I'm
at
sure
least.
that's something that he would
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. So, and she also looks just kind of like she's lost some energy.
Mhm.
She, so he stops the bleeding and he kind of cauterizes the wound and kind of.
Is she
Takes care of her.
responsive? Well, like, are you
She
alright?
looks dazed and just kind of in
Yeah.
shock.
Yeah.
And she's out in the lobby. She's not behind her desk. And the guards, or a lot of them, are just kind of in shock. And one of them said, like, the 2 that came in behind you was like, what happened? One of the guards took her and said he would kill her if to back off. And then we backed off, and he cut off her arm, shoved her on the floor, and then took out the door.
Okay, and it was leaving. Like,
That
he
was-
had just left.
Yeah, like 10 seconds before you came in.
So my insight roll was terrible. But my
Yeah, you would-
perception was... I didn't notice any blood or anything. I just was, like, looking at dirt.
You weren't really investigating them. If there were any blood
Right,
on them or
right,
anything.
right,
If you would
okay.
have said, you could have rolled a perception.
But I had
City
nothing to
guard
tip me
doesn't-
off, right? The
No,
insight
decent
didn't tip me
insurance.
off to
No.
investigate. I
No,
just walked right past.
you didn't see
Yeah, that
someone
makes
with
sense.
like gore on them.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the other 2 guards went down
She's
the
a
hall or
person,
something,
too.
told me to wait here. I want to peek down the hallway.
You peek down and there's just a dozen guards, and they're just looking at the body of Theustus, and some are crying and some are like trying to figure out
I
what
can see the
happened.
body right now.
You can see the body of
So I
Theustus.
recognize Hyestus.
Yeah. And he just has this drained look on his face, staring up into the ceiling.
Is he dead?
There
already?
is a hole in his chest.
Oh shit.
Um,
Oh, that's
and then you
black stuff.
recognize Barnabas Blastman comes in right after you.
Behind me. Okay.
He kind of comes into the building and he's talking to a couple guards and he starts walking down the hall.
Who's Barnabas?
He was one of the investigators.
Yes.
He worked with Augustus.
Oh,
It's
yes.
Seth and Barnabas Blastman. So you see him walk past you.
Okay,
down the hall.
recognizing him, I'm gonna walk with him as if I'm with him.
Yeah. And honestly, everyone is so shocked right now.
Right.
They don't care.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you hear Barnabas saying, "What happened?" And they're like, "One of the guards attacked Hyestus, or this creature attacked Hyestus."
Mhm.
And then this guard chopped off Anne's arm, and
Oh, shit. Eh?
and Barnabas, he's thinking a bit on that. And he
Do we
walks,
see Barnabas from the?
as soon as he
just
says
now.
that, he
Okay.
walks into the room.
Can I get close enough to the body to inspect the body?
So you're staying at the body.
No, at the Hyestus' body.
Yeah.
So you're basically in the doorway. You see him lean down towards the body. You see Barnabas. walk into the room. And he says to a guard, unshackle these men. Guard comes along, unshackles all of you.
I was gonna ask you if you could do that.
What did you guys see?
We saw Hyastus confront Daktar Moontar, aka Emic Rune, and he shapeshifted. He sounded like Emic, so I firmly believe that this is Emic in disguise as whatever the fuck this creature is, as this blue hulking shapeshiftery thing, and then he killed Hyastus with some sort of black.
And a new guard comes up. You recognize him from the other day when he was in the interview, and Barnabas and Seth had whispered to him.
Yeah.
After Daktar left, and he says, "I had this guard," and he asks the guard, "What did you find?" And the guard says, "Well, I followed Daktar, and he headed toward Trollskull Alley. He pulled into an alley, so I kind of waited for him to come out. And another man came out of the alley. I found out later he was Tally from the Bent Nail. So I followed him, and as I watched him go into Trollskull Alley for a bit, he came out, and as he came out, another Tally walked in. I interviewed Tally and found out that was the real Tally. We have like a shapeshifter in our midst.
Yeah. So
Exactly what these guys have been talking about.
whatever that was. Now, unfortunately, the shapeshifter had a vendetta against us, so he apparently murdered his own staff to kind of create this situation to try to get us out of the way.
It looks like that might be the case.
But he's very interested in Trollskull. If you search the belongings that are held somewhere here, I actually have a letter saying, or a deed that Emic tried to get us to sign to give it to him for 1 gold. So for some reason,
and so he brings all your equipment to you,
Yeah.
and you could.
yeah. So I'll show it to him, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
so for some reason he's very interested in Trollskull, and I don't know why. Maybe just as a wealth accumulation, but maybe there's something more about it. I mean, it is haunted.
As far as I know, Emic Frone has a fair bit of money.
Yeah.
He could probably buy any building.
So there's probably something special about
It's possible.
Trollskull or its history, or maybe the ghost that lives in it. I don't know if that's common knowledge, but it's true.
I interject and I say, you mind if I grab my gear?
He hands everyone.
Okay.
Oh, sir.
He says, "We have a platoon of soldiers going to his estate."
Mind if we join? We have
We know the layout.
and we've got a semi-personal vendetta against him as well for killing our friends.
So he says, "Okay, let's go."
I'd like to investigate the body.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Hyastus.
I didn't
Hey,
know you're here.
yeah, I was just outside in the hallway here.
Is Erdan and Paz here?
Erdan's taking care of some casualties in the foyer.
What a weird word.
Pause, I don't know.
Foyer.
You stole your
Bag. Erdan's got the bag.
Okay, good.
Pause is probably, I don't know, busking outside.
Okay, well, we're gonna get geared up.
So it was.
We got a vendetta.
When you
now.
investigated,
Yeah.
it looked like smoke. When you get closer to it, you touch a little. You see this black ooze around coming out his chest.
Okay.
And
Is
you,
it, like,
when
actively
it looks
coming
like
out?
it looks like no, it's just kind of oozing out of the
Oh,
wound,
okay.
and you see it sizzling on the skin, and it looks like it's sizzling inside his chest cavity.
Would I know what kind of weapon or energy would make
Roll an intelligence check.
just straight intelligence? Terrible. That's 8.
You know nothing.
I don't know. You just see this blue oozing, sizzling, like it looks like it's eating away at the skin.
Okay.
Do I notice? I'm just wondering.
If you want to stop and look at the body,
No, I didn't. Did you see me
you guys
cast?
sound pretty interested in just going to.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Did
Did you see me cast? This might give you a little bit of a hint. Hunger of Hadar?
Did I see you cast it?
Yeah,
When? No.
because it does cold and acid damage,
Okay.
and I don't know, it just sounds similar. So if you saw the effect of it, because it was on those skeletons
Sure.
that I killed, I think
I
you were
don't
there
think
for
it's
that.
I don't think it's like a regular acid.
I'm just trying to
But it's cold
figure
and
out
acid.
who the attacker might be. If the description is some blue guy,
Yeah.
you know,
And
trying to
he
figure
wasn't
out-
carrying this weapon on him as Daktar, but
Right.
it seems like whatever his ability is, it's able to absorb equipment and clothing and then go back to what his true form is.
Yeah, that's true.
Whatever.
He didn't like change clothes; it like shapeshifted with him.
Yeah.
It's like a super good disguise, which will actually make it more dangerous sending a lot of people to his. I'll be talking to Barnabas.
Yeah.
It'll actually make it more dangerous having a lot of people at his estate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, no matter how
He says
organized,
there's about 24 men that are on their way. They're probably about 20 minutes ahead of you. Or no, like 10 minutes ahead of you.
5 minutes ahead of me.
5 minutes ahead.
Okay. Can we spellcasters? We need like magical means of identifying him. Vajra, can we send word to Vajra?
It's like I can send a messenger.
In pairs, send two.
This is okay.
Buddy
What's the
system.
message.
That we have a shapeshifter and we believe it's Emic Froon living in Emic Froon's house, and we're going to be at Emic Froon's house, and we need a magical means of identifying him.
At Emic Froon's house.
At Emic Froon's house.
So the two guards standing beside him, he says, "You heard that? Go find Vajra." And they go running off.
Shapeshifter, Emic Froon, meet us there.
Remember
They're
that
like, "We got
exact
it!"
word for word, verbatim.
As they're running out, and he said,
At Emic Froon's house!
"He said, soup sounder? What was it?"
Clap to
The other guy slaps him. He's like, "Shapeshifter."
Clap to Varadu. Nick.
He says, the couple dozen platoon should be there probably in the next 10 minutes.
Okay, well, we're going there right now then.
Okay, so you guys are following?
Man, you'd be
Yes.
sick.
As soon as we're geared up.
You'd be sick.
Yeah, do you guys have to put on armor?
Not really.
I don't need to wear mine,
I gotta
but
put
it's
on my
just
bracers.
a chain shirt, so I think a chain shirt super fast.
Okay,
All
alright.
Yeah, and you don't wear armor. You just have
Pause is there and just kind of looking around at you guys. Not really saying it, just curious of what's going on.
Hey, pause.
Sniffs at the body.
If you
Pause, you know how to fight.
help us kill Emic Froon, you can have something in his house.
Ooh, shiny? You got shiny?
Maybe. I don't know. It's a big house.
Ooh, shiny. I follow. Pause follow.
You'd be dope if we promised the rest of the stuff to the dragon if he slayed Emic Froon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, there's a house full of treasure.
That's right.
Blow it up and
burn
you
it
can
all
have
to the
whatever's left.
Gets back to his house, he's like, okay, I'm safe now. He like locks himself in the labyrinth and all of a sudden
Goes nuclear.
Oops. Oh shit. Oh shit. Just steps on the golem.
So, you guys get to the house, and you get to the main gates. Which,
Can we? Oh, okay, I'm gonna say this. Could we make a marking on, say, our forearm underneath a piece of cloth, and then
Well,
that way we can identify each other in case.
Well, what day is
Don't
what day is
we
it
have-
today? We have
don't-
a secret handshake.
yeah, I was gonna say we have our secret handshakes, right?
Oh shit! Do we have
What day is it today?
We'll see.
When was this? Was this made
today,
when I
let's
was
say
not
today
here?
is a Tuesday.
Might be.
Today's Tuesday.
I feel like this was.
can't remember.
Feels
but,
like a Thursday.
but
That's a common mistake in Waterdeep.
Yeah.
There's different time zones in each part of the city.
Yeah, of course.
so I can't remember our secret handshakes, like how many, what it was.
Yeah.
But I remember the numbers. Like Monday was like 5 of whatever it was, and then it descended until like Saturday.
Yeah, and then one of them was like an elbow tap.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we will let you and
Can we just call it the secret handshake of the day?
You guys can say we have a secret handshake, and
Yes.
We have one for each day of the week.
all of you know what it is.
Yes.
Instead of
We'll
planning
teach you.
for the next
We
2
do
hours.
the secret. We do the Monday or the day's secret handshake.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say.
Yeah, okay.
Sweet.
So
I
I'll
don't-
teach you the secret handshake.
There won't be a secret algorithm that we have to figure out. Or anything, so.
I feel like this was during a racing day.
It probably was. That's probably why you don't remember.
So you guys arrive.
Very foreign, and I feel like I'd be very invested in a secret handshake.
You arrive at the estate. The gate that you had gone through previously underground comes out, and there's you come out here in the courtyard.
Oh,
And
because it's like a ramp up.
Yeah.
I never visualized it that way.
there's dozens of guards looking all over the place.
Yes.
It's quiet. Nobody here.
Barnabas is with
That you see.
with us, right?
Barnabas is the last one that's with you. Seth Cromley has joined you.
Okay,
Partner.
Barnabas, do you want to organize these guys into like buddy system, like in threes? Everybody goes in pairs of 3.
And he says, "You heard the man. Everyone in threes, listen to the gray hand."
Do you know the exact count of the soldiers that came?
And he looks at the lieutenant there, and he's like, "We had 14, no, 2 dozen. So we had 20 soldiers.
24.
20. He says that it was around 2 dozen.
Okay.
We have 20, and then us makes 24.
Okay. Do a count.
Okay, everyone.
Can
everyone
everybody-
counts off.
Because we have a shapeshifter in our midst, can everybody ask a partner a personal question that they might know?
So they all come up with a code word
Yeah.
with each other
And
in each group.
And don't
no,
even.
they have to. We have
First
to make sure that they
verify.
verify that they're all the original soldiers. So they all need to ask each other like a personal question that they might know because
That they would have known from before.
that they would have all known from being in the same.
Like, what shift did they work last week?
So Barnabas leans over. He goes, "They've been investigating the house already. Like they've been through the house, or started to at least. There's some still in the house."
Yeah.
But we need to ensure that the ones at least out here are all not.
So you want to recall them all into the courtyard?
Yeah.
And he's looking at you.
Yeah.
And he sends word.
We're,
And I want everyone in the courtyard right now. And about 5 minutes later, you see all 20 guards standing there in a circle around you guys.
okay. So have them organize themselves into 3s, and we want them to ask each other what their shifts were last week as a means of identification. Then establish a code word.
So he says, "I want you to establish pairs of 3s for people who know each other.
Yes.
So you know the shifts that you work together with." And everyone starts pairing off. And they start, how do you want to do it? Like they start saying their shifts last week and the other guys would
Just
verify
whisper to
it?
each other. Yeah. Like, this is what I worked last week. This is what I had for lunch. Anything that identifies them amongst each other
Yeah,
until
say
they're all
like they went
confident.
out-
So
say a couple
okay,
went
so
out
the two
for-
guys that know each other are like, well, he says, what did we have for lunch last week at that bar?
There you go.
And
Perfect.
they're doing stuff like
Yeah.
And
that.
as soon as
Yeah.
they're done, thumbs up till we've got all pairs of thumbs
So
up.
you start seeing thumbs up going up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Well,
groups.
It's going through the groups. They're trying to figure it out. You get to, so there's 8 groups. And the last group. Yeah, thumbs up.
Okay.
As they get blasted to oblivion.
Free die. Can't trust any of you.
Okay. So if we encounter any other human here, other than us, we're not to engage. We're just to let everyone else know. The biggest advantage that he has is in face-to-face encounters.
And so he asks everyone, Barnabas actually asks everyone to come in closer. And he says, the code word. You ask, if you see someone, ask them what the code word is. And the code word is Barrington.
Oh, okay.
And he says, spread out, let's look.
Okay. If you see anything, inform everyone else. Don't engage.
Okay.
We know the secret room downstairs. Let's start there.
Yeah, sure.
So they're all going through the different areas of the keep. And I'm just gonna show the whole
Yeah.
map here.
Nice.
So.
Paint it out.
Nice.
So I figured out how you can show the map now. Instead
It's
of
got a
just
fog of war.
Fog of war. Yeah.
So we'll head downstairs first. Actually, is the golem statue? Is anything changed there? We got a replacement golem. Right
You
here?
see
We didn't even kill
pieces
the
of
golem.
stone. Yeah, you did.
Oh yeah, we did.
You see pieces of stone and
We
crumbling,
shattered it, didn't we?
crumbling blocks of
shattered it.
stone there.
Good, because golem didn't respawn.
There's some blood on the floor too.
There's blood on the floor?
Yeah,
Baron did.
older blood.
Oh, okay.
Alright, we'll head downstairs. Check the secret passage.
Okay, what building are we in right now?
Emmett Friend's
One in the
house.
middle.
Okay, so no, but we went to his house. We're
Yes.
not still at the watch.
So this is where you enter. You
Okay.
kind of like come from
Sure.
way underneath and all the way up, and then this is his main house. It's like 4 stories tall, and
Sure.
then there's a basement.
I didn't catch the transfer between
Yes.
Yeah,
the city watch and now we're at his
he
house.
lives in like a rich neighborhood, Castle District or something. Castle Ward.
Yeah, he lives in the North Ward.
North
It
Ward.
was.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, yeah, he's investigating. All these rooms look pretty familiar. There was a tunnel that you guys came through.
So this is all familiar. You've been here before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is where we rescued the shapeshifter himself, and then that's when he was like, "Oh, we need to go here," and then we got trapped in the fucking maze.
There was a golem like right at the stuck in the stairs
Yeah.
while they were trying to get out.
A big old beast golem that bit her friend in half.
Barrington, yeah.
And then Revy was stuck behind the door over here.
Yeah.
I was.
It was an interesting encounter.
Yes, I was
You were bested by a door.
tactically stuck.
There was a treant over in this corner.
And one
Uh,
down
they
here
were-
too, I think.
I
think they were.
No, the treant walked over here.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go up a level. You guys are exploring. There's one more level above, and this is the walkway that you guys took when you fought
Yeah.
that treant.
Yeah, he took a
Over
big
there.
chunk out of it.
It's kind of the roofs over here, and all the rooms. This was a balcony.
There's gonna be something about this that we
This
missed.
is it's
Wasn't
just
there like a
silent,
summoning circle
except for the
upstairs?
footsteps of soldiers and birds, that kind of thing. The wind kind of goes through the balcony doors.
I'm gonna casually break things as I'm walking through as well.
Kind of knock something over.
Yeah, and like kick a chair, like
Like, just turn the place over, pull the cushions out of the couches.
yeah, just fuck up his house, like fuck.
Just piss him off. He's like,
Yeah, the guards don't, because they killed Augustus.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah, I know. They like see it, they like start joining in, and they're like, yeah, fuck this
Yeah,
guy.
they're just tearing stuff apart.
On the second to top level, wasn't there some sort of like kind of summoning magey stuff?
Yeah, so you kind of go up here. You're looking around. This is kind of an outdoor area that you guys are walking around.
Yeah.
You still don't really see anything. People. And then this was the servants' quarters. You see blood all over the floors of these servants' rooms.
Yes.
That's the 4th level.
Oh, this is where he staged the
But
death.
that's old blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a day or two old. And then you see
A
the
day
top.
On the roof.
And then you see this
Yeah,
kind
he's-
of
He tried to frame us.
this withering tree up there that looks like it's been chopped to hell. It's not
was
moving
us.
or anything like that. So this is the top level.
Was
You've
it-
got.
Wasn't there some sort of like magey type stuff on the 3rd level? Like in the
I
main.
think you're thinking of the other house that you went to,
The mansion.
Mertz?
Mertz Mansion.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
There was a star
Yeah.
map on the roof.
So if he didn't come here,
Trozo.
I wonder what other properties he has.
And you now see everyone's fanned out and everything has been looked at. That's over at Mertz.
Star map?
Yes.
I
He,
think
he owns the sky
Yeah.
and the stars.
Yeah.
Barnabas, he's kind of kicks a chair. Fucker looks like he's gone.
Are we looking for Emmett Froome? Are we looking for an entity that's posing as Emmett Froome?
I think we're
Yeah.
looking for.
Well, actually, we
Emmett
think-
Froome
we think
Sounds like he could be
is
anybody in the city.
Well, which
posing.
makes him impossible to find without magical means.
I think it is Emmett Froome himself who is posing as other people. I think he is a shapeshifter.
While
if
you
he's
guys
not,
are
we're
up on the
gonna-
roof, Vajra walks up.
Comes
And
up-
she
up the stairs.
comes over to you, Tak.
Especially in like
going on?
rider magic carpet all over.
So,
I would-
What's this about a shapeshifter?
So our theory about Emic Froon all along disguising himself was correct. Unfortunately, I guess what we didn't realize is he is this, and I'll describe the blue humanoid figure. That seems to be maybe a natural form of what he really is. I don't know what he has about Troll Skull.
And she has a book with her, and she pulls out a picture of the book. Does it look like this?
I'm assuming yes.
It looked just like that.
Almost exactly.
That was a shape doppelganger.
Do they have smoky weapons that ooze weird stuff?
Well, I guess they could use any weapon.
Yeah, okay.
What did this thing look like? It was
The weapon?
Sword that...
It looked like a rapier to you.
Oh, it was a rapier. Oh, I was thinking longsword.
Oh, I was thinking like a big old
It was
beast.
a rapier.
A smoky rapier that just cut right through people like nothing.
There's lots of magical items out there. He was a rich man. Maybe been able to purchase
Oh,
something.
man.
You don't happen to know of any other properties he owns, do you?
Maybe there's in the public records, and Barnabas was over at it. Go to the public records and do a search.
He's too far ahead of us now. Like, we're just playing catch up again.
Yep. You set a trap.
Troll Skull's our only trap. Like, that's the only thing we know that he wants.
And Vajra goes, fortunately with the shapeshifter, it's not quite inherently a magical effect.
Oh, so we couldn't necessarily, like, have some sort of
Like a
magical...
doppelganger detector.
Yeah.
But if you
But
set,
we've seen his true form. And Cleric Barrendon had used spells before to locate items and people based on their
Scrying
appearances.
us.
Yeah.
That's true.
He may not have had time to get somewhere that's safe from scrying if he assumes that we would know enough to use it. Because if we're trying to scry a form that he's assumed, chances are we're going to get false positives on the real person if they're still
The
alive.
only people who saw him were you guys and a couple guards in his true form.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you guys scry?
And you haven't seen him? No, I don't think I'm ever able to scry as far as...
Doesn't Barrendon have an object that could scry?
that's probably why. Too low level to strike.
What did we have in the... Oh, the egg? Do we still have the egg?
He sold it.
Did
Oh,
he?
he did sell it. 100% he sold it.
He sold it to that magic shop that he fell up into, right?
C'est la vie.
Yeah.
It wasn't the one he fell up to. It was a portal. Maid shop.
Because he told us about it because he was
And her name
bitching
was
about
C'est
it.
la Vie's magic shop.
He was bitching about it. So, I'm assuming I remember that? Yeah, okay. So I'll tell Vajra that.
Yeah.
You know?
He says, I know C'est la Vie.
Yeah. I don't know what he
What
got in
was this?
exchange
It was
for
an egg?
It was a gold egg with a...
It was like an intricately gold inlaid egg.
Yeah, and it had like a piece that came out the bottom.
It had, when you opened it up, it had a wind up on the bottom to play music.
Mm-hmm.
And it had it open and there was something inside.
It's like a ring or something. Anyway, I might not have seen that, but...
It was a ring.
Mm-hmm.
That
And someone had a card,
Barrendon put
a
on.
tarot card that did that too, didn't they?
I am not certain what my tarot card does. All I was told is to use it in dire emergency.
This doesn't seem like a dire emergency.
Not so much that I would use
I have
it.
to try to remember what that is.
Yeah,
I got it written down somewhere, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
You never told me what it is, and I still don't know.
Oh, you have the card, though.
It doesn't say anything. It just says enchanted.
No, but I know what it does.
Oh, okay.
If you tell me that, if you give me the card.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You're just like,
So I guess that's our best lead.
Dude, if I'm about to die, I'm like,
It seems like a long
enchanted.
shot.
And Seth, or Barnabas says, I think you could try that. We have another problem, is a fireball went off in your alley.
Yeah, we still don't know where that came from either. But aren't we fairly certain that it was the whole Zendikar Zentirum?
We know that the Zentarum were chasing this gnome. That was confirmed. There seems to be a third party that was up on the roofs that caused the fireball. That killed all the gnome, 2 Zentarum, and third Zentarum rifled through the body and limped off, which your friend Tack saw.
And we know that the one on the roof was a construct. A puppet.
Well,
We haven't told.
we don't know
They
that.
don't know that.
Yeah, I didn't
What
really
makes you think it's a construct?
We know that.
So are you telling him that? Like Barnabas says, what makes you think it was a construct? He's asking you this.
Eyewitnesses.
Who are you talking to?
People in the street.
Was this? Oh, this is the woman who said it was like a puppet. Is that the one you talked to? And he's kind of like, it's kind of city watch work, but since you're with Tack, Greyhound.
We're the first on scene.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I trust Tack.
He's trustworthy and he knows the secret handshake.
Okay, I understand that. So we have a problem here with a shapeshifter who could be anywhere in the city or possibly outside of the city.
Which
That
means
could be anybody.
Which means it could take us a while. Yeah, I see what you mean. So
You could. What would you guys like to do? Like we're going to the gates. We're going to be interrogating people. It's going to be. We can't shut down the city.
no, it's pointless, and to be honest, it would be futile. So
What does Emmett even want? Like, he
something
just
to do
wants
with
troll skull.
Something to do with troll skull.
Should we search it?
That's
Baja,
not...
do we have any records?
Yeah.
Like old.
Well, it was
Previous
decrepit for a
ownership.
long time.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's plans.
Something
anymore.
buried beneath it.
I've kind of checked the basement. I suspected.
Should we
something.
ask our friend in the house? Our good friend who's been there for quite a while.
The ghost?
That would be a good place
You
to
can
start.
only talk with forks.
It's like we're going fork shop.
All right. Well, we got a lot of leads.
And no answers.
So he looks at you guys and says,
If you don't mind, we'll work fairly independently on gathering information about the fireball assassination.
But if there's anything important that comes up,
"Can,
we'll let
can
you
I
know.
ask you a favor? Because right now,
You're
our
done.
focus is about Hyastis.
Yeah,
He was our
okay.
leader. We need to. We're basically enabling the entire Griffin Cavalry. We're getting the whole city watch guard. We're going to with Vajra. We'd like
It's
to have the
madman.
Grey Hand.
Well, our first step is to try to track down the killer.
Yeah.
That's step number one.
But would you guys be able to look into this fireball thing for us while we're investigating this Emic thing?
Yeah, I mean, we got a long shot on Emic.
Yeah.
We're going to try to magically determine
But I
where he
think
is.
we might have a better idea with the number of people we have.
That's true. We'll see if we can get you a lead. If we find any information, we'll pass along. Otherwise,
Sure.
I agree. We'll work on what happened right outside our front door. Everything happens right outside our friggin' front door.
If you happen to capture him alive, and he does get to the process of being hanged,
You won't.
is
go
it
hang.
possible that we are involved in pulling said lever or such?
Just let us know if it's a dead or alive situation.
He wants to be present. He wants to be the executioner.
Okay, Basher, can we take a walk to C'est La Vie?
Sure, let's go.
Okay.
And you guys remember the walk over there, and you get there about. It's in a different district, but you get there about an hour later.
I don't think I've ever been there myself.
And you walk in. It's kind of the dusty. It's got a knick-knack place, and you hear this mumbling in the back again. Hello? And you see this old, kind of wrinkly turtle woman, and she kind of shuffles up, and
Barely.
she kind of comes up to the counter, and she's like, Faja, welcome back! And they give each other a big hug. Good to see you, Sayla. 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 The last name is V. V-I-E.
Sayla,
Yeah, yes?
we had a colleague of ours, a dwarf. He came by, and we believe he sold a golden egg that had some sort of scrying capabilities.
And she kind of goes, yes.
We would like to either purchase it back or pay some sort of rental fee to use it to track down a murderer.
and
Grandson.
and she kind of gives you a look. Kind of she's got some glasses up there. She kind of moves and looks over her glasses at the end of her nose, and she says,
Revenant has many items he'd be willing to trade you. If that was.
Actually, I think Erdan has all the items right now.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Hey.
she says,
I only have a ring and a sword.
"You're talking about the Mariner's Lament."
I wasn't aware that was what it was called, but it sounds pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, how much did it sell for?
I have no idea. I wasn't there.
It was like
All we know is he sold it.
She's like,
It wasn't mine.
let me go back and see if I can find it.
It wasn't an absurd amount of money.
Where did the money go that was paid for the item?
Baron didn't know that.
Right, and he doesn't have that money anymore.
No.
Who has the money?
And she goes out to the back, and you guys are kind of sitting there with Major while she's looking.
We buried him with
All his stuff.
just his armor,
Right.
I think,
So his
and his shield.
pouch
You didn't
of
bury
gold,
him.
No. Well, like,
He was at the.
Yeah.
You had him buried.
Sorry, we
He wasn't
left.
buried yet.
We left belongings with him that we thought were part of his personality. Like, I think it was his armor and
Right. You wanted to go and talk to
something
Zed or
weird about the
something.
shield.
You wanted to go and ask Barrington questions. and that
we were
never happened.
considering it.
Yeah,
That's
because we
an
didn't.
option.
We didn't need to.
Okay, good.
Thankfully.
Looks like this item is coming back into play. So she comes out and she holds an egg on her 3D printer.
We're just gonna print that off.
Yeah, that's item card. I don't know why I would have thrown it out. But,
Ray's probably got it.
actually, he might.
Yeah. He's using it with his next character in a different way.
That's right.
I don't know.
I'm showing up with this. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So she hands you this ornate egg with a hinge on it. It's got 3 little feet on it, and she's like, "This is a very beautiful object. I've done some research on it. Apparently, you can scry with this." And apparently it can be used as she's stuttering as she's speaking. Just speeding it up a little. The egg can also be used as a spell focus.
Oh.
And she's messing with the latch.
You're out of ink.
Like messing it up.
Yeah. She starts like really fiddling with it, and she's starting to swear in Portal.
And she's about to office space it.
Oh, she must. And she kind of cracks it open, and there's a little open space in there. And actually, when you open it, you see the little key where you can start. And she twists it, and you hear this this kind of a song that plays. And she says that song is the Mariner's Lament.
Oh. What was he lamenting about?
I don't know about, but this is very old, ancient. Whoever owned this must have put great value into it.
If you could see all the things that this scrying egg has seen.
Do you guys know where you found it?
Yes, we found it on the ship.
No shit.
Did we?
No, oh no, yes, we did. It was on the ship.
Oh.
That's the one that I pulled out with my
What
With
was
my
that?
grapple.
Was that buddy guy in the jail that you shot the grappling hook at?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I rolled super high to get it.
It was insanely good rolls to get
Yeah.
I don't
through the window because you didn't want to go in there.
It was through the jail cell. The
Through
door.
the jail cell window.
Thread the needle.
No, it wasn't the window. It was the door. It was the...
Yeah, but there's bars in the
yeah,
in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, the window in the door.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I don't see any reason not to tell her, so let's tell her where it was.
It was on a sunken ship.
In the
We
harbor.
don't know whose ship it was, but it was a sunken ship in the harbor.
sunken ship. Do you remember the name of it?
We do know the name of it, don't we?
Did we see the?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we know the name of it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure someone told us. It might have been the dragon.
Do you know the name?
No, we knew about the ship for some other reason. That's how we got to it. Oh wait, Vajra told us, didn't she?
Nothing.
We'd heard of dragon sightings,
It's annoying.
and then we met the dragon. The dragon led us to the ship.
The DM knows what the name is now.
Okay. Anyway, if we know it,
You can roll an intelligence check. All of you who were there.
Oh.
8.
14.
Oh, something above average.
Revi, you. This name kind of comes to you.
Stutter it out.
Raven something.
Raven.
Ravenloft.
Raven. Yeah.
That's a different campaign, my son.
In stories you've heard of.
Yes.
If I started this out, will
She explains what it does to you.
one of will maybe Vajra or Sayla.
And when you say Raven,
Yeah.
she's like, wait, we did some investigation. Raventide.
Yes.
We looked up at that a little bit. Or we were going to investigate it a little.
Yes.
Because there's some history behind that boat.
Yes.
It was attacked. The Raventide was full of mages, and it was attacked by a pirate ship.
Is it playing music right now?
The egg?
The egg?
Yeah.
Did she key it up?
It can.
Okay, good. Because I just read this and I'm like, did she wind it? Are we talking about Raventide right now? And
Yeah.
because otherwise we're gonna have to wait a week.
So she wouldn't have screwed up that.
Okay.
She would have not played it. She would have hummed it.
Okay, so Sayla, can we pay you a fee to use this? It sounds like it's more interesting to you than it would be for our purposes. So as far as purchasing it back, I don't think that's necessary.
I think it's a handy item to have. What does it cost?
This is the Mariner's Lament.
Oh.
And she looks at Vajra and she's like, this sounds important. I dearly love this object though. Like, is it possible I can get it back? I don't mind borrowing it too.
Yeah, like theoretically we could use it right now and be done with it if it works the way we hope it would.
Oh. She said,
Music can always be played.
go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to activate it and try to attempt to find the creature we know as Emic Froon based on
The looks and
based on disappearance.
Did we get a name for what it was? Oh, just a doppelganger. That's what it was.
Yeah, but as far as we know.
Vajra told you. She showed you
Yeah.
a picture in
Yeah.
the book. Because when you sent the guards, they said shapeshifter.
Yeah, and so I believe
She grabbed it.
I believe that I got the best sight of it because I pounded it twice.
Now you hit it.
I had a really good eye on
And
that
it
thing.
stared at you and it stared at you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So I think I'm the best person to use this at this point in time.
No, me. No, take it. Go.
Okay. So I will, I guess, following her instructions, wind it, and then describe the creature as
Is
its
Have
spellcast.
we discussed what the payment's going to be for the rental fee?
No, she's just letting us.
And she
Okay.
looks at me and goes,
It's for a good cause.
kiss for me, big guy.
Big
But
guy
it takes
guy.
her 30 seconds to say that.
A kiss.
Just an evening of conversation.
And maybe more.
So this is essentially a scry spell. So there is a chance it would fail.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. I can look it up on my phone. Scrying, 5th level? 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Casting time is 10 minutes.
Fifth
I guess this is a little faster because it
Level
works for
5.
3 minutes.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not. It's like built into it. So
You can see and hear a particular creature that you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have to it. If the target knows you're casting a spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed. So, first hand you've met the target is a modifier of 0. If you're familiar with the target, you know the target well, -5 to the DC. If we have a possession or garment of it, we get a bonus. Or we have a likeness or picture, we get a bonus. Body part, we get a bonus. I don't think we have any of those.
We have a likeness
We're
or
in
a
his
picture.
house. We were in his house.
We didn't get anything of that.
Well, is there
Yeah, but we
anything
don't-
in his house that we could use?
Okay, what about the scarves?
Too late, I'm already casting.
What about the scarves?
I mean, those are magical items on his tree. I'm not necessarily sure that counts. I do have them, though.
He did own them.
Yeah. I have...
Erdan has your stuff.
He's
He's
with
with
us.
us.
I actually have...
Oh yeah.
I actually have the scarf stuff.
Yeah.
It never went in the bag of holding.
All right.
But if that's what it's saying, you need an item of his.
Possession or garment, I mean, is technically a garment.
There you go.
But
You
I'm
get a
not sure it
bonus.
was his, so it may or may not.
It just came out of his house.
It might help.
Okay.
It could be a based on the DM's wishes.
On a failed save...
The scarf would be suitable.
Sweet.
It says.
Okay, so at best we get -4.
He rolled a 16 on his wisdom save.
So the spell's a DC
So it
5.
makes it a 12.
So it's 8 plus 5 plus spell modifier of whoever created this. Is that how that works? I don't remember how spell save DCs work.
It's
Scrying is a 5th level spell, so you need to have a minimum +2 to cast it. But I don't know how items work with DCs.
I can modify this, but I would
So if it
assume
was 16 -4, he's down to 12. Argue potentially.
-4.
For us having the garment.
Oh, it's a +5. I would say
it's a -4 to the.
To his.
to his. Okay.
Yes, yeah. Against your spell attack.
Yeah. So I will
Is
say
it like a spell attack thing?
I would say without items.
Well, I mean, we'll either see him or we won't, right? Like, if it fails, it just fails. If we do see him, we get an invisible eye within 10 feet. They can see her.
With
Or
it's
see
a
her
DC 17 if you don't have items.
Okay.
So if you have items, it's what minus.
4, so like -4 at his roll, so he
So
would
he
roll
fails.
16 and then 12, so he would fail.
He would fail.
Yeah, I mean he fell on a 16 anyway.
So
Where'd that go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so if on a failed save, the spell creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target, you can see and hear through the sensor as if he were there. The sensor moves with the target, remaining within 10 feet of it for the duration. A creature that can see invisible objects sees the sensor as a luminous orb about the size of your fist. And that's it. That's the whole spell.
So it's invisible scrying.
So this would last 3 minutes of us having a 10-foot.
so you
I guess it
are
would just
holding
be-
the egg.
Yeah.
Is he
I-
the only one that can see?
Yes.
Alright.
So your eyes kind of roll back as this egg starts to, this eminence reaches into your mind, and you just kind of go into this trance. And you see like a busy kind of, not a market, but a square. And somebody as a woman in a dress walking towards a gate. Roll an intelligence check.
14.
14. You seem to think this might be the north gate of the city.
Okay. If possible, I will narrate to these guys while I observe.
Yeah. So as that happens, Vajra, she's like a woman at the north gate.
Woman at North Gate walking this direction. I'll keep describing happenstances. I'll describe what she's wearing.
She's like, I wish I knew the guards. I could send them a message.
And
No,
then
she couldn't. She's too far away.
And then I'll just keep
Just
watching.
yell really
So it's the
loud.
last 3 minutes. So we'll see. I'll see whatever happens.
Can
in the
she?
3
What's
minutes.
the range on message?
Message is
I'll just yell.
But she doesn't know the guards though, so she can't.
yeah, unless she knew someone in the area.
Damn it.
Yeah, but
Sasha,
even
you gotta go meet more people.
So
Cooped
you
up in
see
your house all the time.
Range is only 120 feet.
Yeah.
I think it's sending is what you're thinking.
Sending spell. So she's like, if I knew the guards, I would have done it. She
Any distance. There's only a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive if it's on each plane different between you and it. So it like sending just goes farther.
How far is the north gate from us?
So Vajra's like, let me try something, and she goes into a spell, and she's like, I'm scrying. I've been to the north gate. I'm scrying on it right now. Can you describe the woman to me?
And I'll just keep talking.
And you kind of describe this woman in blue robes and or blue dress with kind of white ruffles, and she's kind of walking through the gate.
Oh, that's conspicuous.
And she looks like any other kind of woman. So, and there's lots of people kind of going in and out. And Vajra kind of focuses a little bit more on the gate as the woman kind of blurs out, and then she sees a guard at one side of the gate. She's like, I think I can send him a sending spell. So she pops out, she goes into a sending spell, and this guard at the gate just kind of
I guess I see this guy go.
hears a voice in his head. Oh, how many words can you do with the sending too?
Just have a full blown conversation.
There's the spell.
30,
I
is
think
it
it's
30
25
words?
words.
25 words? Okay, you
25.
guys gotta count for me. There's a woman going through the gate. There is a woman going through the gate.
Yep.
She's dressed in blue and white.
12 left.
You want me to do shit?
I have 10 left.
Follow without being found, I guess.
Follow without being noticed.
You have 5 more.
With a buddy.
Bring someone you
Bring support.
someone you
Trust.
Trust.
Bring someone you trust.
That's good.
That's 24.
Yeah, that's great.
Luck.
Wow.
Good luck.
And
Over.
Godspeed.
Over.
and
Good day.
And she's sitting there and she's like, she hears a voice again from a guard. Who is this? And she hears a voice. Charlie, am I going nuts? And then you hear him talking to this Charlie guy and saying, said something about follow a woman, and then as he's describing it, the sentence cuts off. So you're not sure if they got the message and the intent, and
Well,
somebody
I got
put 2 and 2 together.
I probably got a minute and a half or so of watching, so I'll just see what happens.
So
How far is the north gate?
it's about an hour away. You're kind of on
Even
it's
it's
on the
spring?
northwest side, and you're on like the northeast side of the city,
So I'll just watch for another 2 minutes
northeastern side.
and
of the city.
narrate.
Hey.
Okay, you see it going through, and it's kind of opening up to the main road. There's wagons or stuff, and
So she's left the city limits, so to speak, at this point, through the gate.
She's leaving.
Like as soon as she got through the gate.
Does the person know that they've been scrying?
No.
Only if they can see invisible
Invisible objects.
objects naturally,
Oh,
and then they
okay.
see it as a glowing fist.
Okay, yeah.
A glowing orb.
The size of your fist. It's
Um,
more fun if it's a fist.
I was like, what? Why?
As you're watching,
What's this?
and the woman kind of looks around and smiles down at a child and keeps walking.
Can I get the message shell? One of them?
He has the other one.
Okay.
I'll hand it to you.
Can I take that? And
Just before you lose,
Yep.
you see the person transform into a kid and hop on the back of a wagon.
Okay.
And then
And this is in.
gone.
We
Alright,
know where this.
I'll tell
place
Vajra
is.
that immediately. As
So,
best
like,
description of the kid
are
as
we
I
gonna-
can.
Like,
Yeah,
Like
like
that
that
guard's
was
gonna
quick.
That guard's gonna lose him.
Okay.
this?
She just
So
changed
Vajra
it
was
to
kind of
him.
like, okay, it's a kid now,
Fast.
But it's a wagon leaving
on
town.
a wagon
40.
leaving north on the road, and
That's a wide
she
net.
hears the voice back.
40 per.
And we'll try to
6
follow.
seconds.
yeah.
That's a hell of a long shot. Even if they keep up, like they're gonna lose him eventually.
Well, and even then they said we'll try to follow, but there's a lot of wagons and people, but we'll try.
I don't think there's much
cuts
else.
off.
I don't think there's much else we can do, Vajra, in this situation.
Well, we know we can't catch up to him.
What's the nearest? Oh man, shapeshifters.
And she's like, hang on, maybe we can. And she messages someone. And then she gets a response. She's like, I know a guy. And in the distance, you see Griffin Rider.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh,
Hell yeah!
And head north.
So,
So he's heading north.
are they swinging down
The
to pick
Griffin,
us up?
a single Griffin Rider starts.
This isn't
You see it circling. Like they're always circling this.
I'm just saying.
You see one break off and start
Right,
heading
right.
north.
Oh, okay. Cool.
They're taking care of it. They're not coming down to pick us up to go.
Can we get a second one to come pick us up and go?
They can hold one rider, and it has to be the
Oh,
someone that's trained.
Oh, man, I
and
thought
the
Griffins
animal
were,
knows
like,
it.
big.
No. No, they
how
hold
far
one
away
rider.
is it?
Maybe they could hold a second one if the rider's on it with it. What?
What's the distance that we're talking about from where we are? to
You're
where
about
this-
an hour.
An
It could
hour.
probably by foot.
Yeah.
It could probably make it there in
15.
minutes.
Okay.
So
And it's looking
If
for
we
a kid
double
in the back
dash-
of a wagon.
if we dash, we can make it there in half the time, but
It'll
still it's
be-
half an hour away.
and it'll
by
be
that
another-
time, it's already long gone.
No, there's nothing we could do.
Horse? Can we borrow horses?
All right, Raja, I'll give you the best possible description just in case you're bored and you want to try to find this thing on your own.
You know what?
We're gonna be investigating this other thing because like it seems hopeless for us to try to catch it ourselves.
She's familiar. She knows. She got a picture in a book.
Yeah, I'll
Why don't you leave it with me?
Yeah.
I may go back to my transportation tower,
Mm.
transportation circle at my tower.
Okay, so I'll leave this with you.
And
you just
she's like,
you just tell me if you need anything.
yeah, and
Because
she's,
we're ready to jump and murder this thing.
yeah, and she just goes, and she disappears.
Okay.
I want to do it now.
Sayla, thank you very much for your help. We've at least got a lead on this thing now.
Give up too fast. I just want to go murk him.
And I'll hand it back to her.
Shanking a kid on
Yeah.
So
For sure. Easy, man. 100%.
You're with Vajra and Barnabas on top of Emic Froom's estate's tower. View of the city. That's how you can see the Griffin Rider break off.
No. We were.
Sayla.
We're at Salem.
Oh, so you're at Salus.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, you're with Vajra and Salus.
Yes.
And she's like,
Yeah, so we're gonna go back to Troll's.
okay, you guys head back to Trolls.
Yeah, unless you guys need something here. You don't need to spend any money?
I needed to kill Emmett, and we're not doing that.
Well, we got someone on his tail.
Not enough.
Trust me, we'll get the call when he needs to be dealt with.
No.
So you guys head back to
Proactive.
Troll Skull.
In the meantime, don't forget the secret.
More proactive.
You get back to Troll Skull. Lopidus greets you at the front door. Hi, my friends. Where's Barondon?
I was gonna say, did we tell anyone in this house
No.
about Barondon's death?
No.
Okay.
It's like, how come I haven't seen Barondon with you guys?
Let's call everyone together, including Lopidus, and have a meeting.
And as Lopidus disappears on the inside, he's like, everybody downstairs! He yells. And you open the door. And you're
Oh, can I have my key back? Thanks.
So you still have Paws and everybody with you.
Oh, yeah.
You have the key to your own
Did
house.
Paz get
Your
anything from
door
the house?
opens for
Huh?
you,
Did
right?
Paz
No,
grab
it's
anything
for the
from the house?
upstairs.
Oh, okay.
The downstairs is just
You
the
don't know?
pub.
Huh? You should. Pause get some from the house.
What do you guys? Everyone's gathered. You have Vebris. You have Almar. You have Shusa. You have there's a couple of servants that work for you.
Oh.
They're working the bar. There's some people actually in eating or drinking in the bar.
Okay.
I'm currently
So do you want to
royally
like go
pissed
to a
off.
corner table or
Yeah.
Okay, there is that
Really
corner
close to
table.
Lopidus so we can talk to him as well.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys
Okay.
are near the door.
It's gonna be more of in a corner. I'm very pissed.
All
I'm
right.
very frustrated.
I will deliver the news as tactfully as possible, but
Lol.
in a way of,
You really know how to be tactful, don't you?
yeah, tact.
And Almar wheels over and
I know. All my
Shusa,
stuff.
they're where's Baron?
All right.
Oh,
So
can't
I've
tell.
called you together for a very important meeting. We've had we've had a long few days where we haven't been around as much, and there's a good reason why. And Lopidus, you'll want to hear this too.
Oh, yeah.
There's an evil doppelganger in the city that has made an appearance here multiple times.
Doppelganger.
Shapeshifters. I don't know.
Jeez.
I don't know the correct word. Someone who takes the forms of others, has taken the form of myself, has taken the form of.
And they're like, oh my god, we think we saw it.
Yeah, for sure.
Tally. We saw 2 tallies.
Really? Okay. Well, that's new to me. When was that?
Well, just it would have been late last night.
Okay, good. So we didn't realize at the time, and keep your
And Lucan was there.
yeah,
I saw 2 tallies.
and keep this on the down low amongst other people from the city. But that doppelganger was Emmett
And they just
shapeshifter.
our old landlord. Oh my god.
We're not sure if he was impersonating Emmett Froon or he's always been Emmett Froon, but he had ill will and looked at obtaining this place. When we were attempting to track him down and destroy him, for lack of better words, Verandin and ourselves went to his estate, and Verandin passed away.
And there's just a dead silence in the room. Shusa just starts tearing up without saying a word, and Olimar's just covering his mouth, and Reverus just covers his face, crying.
It was an honorable warrior's death, fighting a stone golem that was part of the shapeshifter's defenses.
And the 3 dwarves, they just start crying.
Yeah.
Lopidus, he's mournful face, but he goes, it sounds like an honorable death.
And we recovered the body and delivered it to the Temple of Mardin for proper burial and funeral to be held when the situation was dealt with. So we're planning on still arranging that so that everyone can be involved.
And Shusa just looks up at you guys, and Olimar, and she just runs out the door.
Oh.
And Reverus is like, I'll go with her. And they take off. Looks like there's a
Temple. Okay. I wonder if Daktar is still alive.
See, it doesn't seem like you killed anybody that you impersonated. Plus, Dakar would be a pretty important person that just happens
Just
to go
disappear.
missing and be dead.
Yeah. I never got to. I'll talk to Lopidus and
Olimar
Elmar.
in his wheelchair.
I never got to finish, but here's some more important information. The shapeshifter is still at large. However, because we tracked it down and almost killed it or dealt with it, it has fled the city, leaving north.
And he's just shaking his head.
The city guard is aware at the higher levels. They're aware of the situation and they know who it is and they're on the lookout. So that is being investigated and we will deal with him as soon as the opportunity arises. But in the meantime, there is a slight chance that we have to be on our toes about who's really here.
Should we come up with a code word?
Yes, we should.
And you guys do a code word.
Same code word. We just keep it the same.
Yeah.
Baron.
Wait, no. You have to. You can't use the same code word for everyone. It's like passwords.
So
Literally.
Yeah. It has to have
we meant to tell you sooner.
capitalized
However,
and
there was a
numbered
lot of
symbol.
misinformation. We weren't sure who was who at the time.
We understand, yeah. That could be confusing.
Yeah. Especially because Tally apparently showed up yesterday and we didn't even know about that. So Tally.
Vadra's kind of with you guys, and she's like, oh no, she went back to the
No,
tower.
Vadra's gone.
Yeah, that's right.
So, however, we're immediately working on. Remember that incident that happened outside with the fireball, the Zentirum?
Yeah, the explosion.
Okay, if you hear anything about it, we're still working on figuring that out because that also seems highly suspicious.
And Paz, who is over by the bar,
You know what?
behind the bar,
Behind?
says pokes her head up, and she says, "Yeah, I told you where you went."
Wait. What are you doing behind the bar?
And she just looks shiny.
Yo, we need our forks.
You might want to count the money.
Yeah,
And
count
she
all
kind
the
of
forks.
comes around, and she's just sitting there, standing in front of you. All of a sudden, this pouch starts tugging away from her body, and it rattles.
Hey, pause.
And she's like freaked
Sounds
out.
like silverware.
Pause. What's in the
Pause.
pouch? Pause.
Nothing shiny.
Nothing shiny.
Maybe shiny.
Is it our shiny?
Paws shiny.
Not
Is
even-
it our shiny?
You're shiny.
Can we have our shiny back?
And so she kind of dumps a bunch of forks on the ground,
Oh.
and
that all of
they
it?
start shooting back to the bar. And Paws just starts chasing after them, going,
Huh?
"Magic shiny, magic shiny, magic shiny!"
One turns around, faces like.
Yeah, right in her face. Paws backs off. Ooh, shiny.
You know what I think our best move would be now that we know that Zentirum's involved? Your friend.
She's in there? No, she's Zen.
You haven't seen Jagger for a while.
No, but they hate each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been
Like almost
a couple
since-
days.
I was gonna say since the
Well,
ninja
probably almost a
attack,
week.
right? The ninja
Yeah.
vampire attack.
Yeah, that's like a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
freaking ninja vampires.
That's a long time. We've only been in this town for like 2 weeks.
That's right.
yeah, that's a long time ago.
That's half the time we've been.
You haven't contacted them?
Haven't had sex for a while.
No.
I'm gonna
Playing hard to get?
I'm gonna take some forks before
It's
they
been a week.
go
I was
shooting
gonna
back,
say
or
we've also
grab some
been in
forks if they already have
jail
one
and
back,
through the
and put them on the
alley.
table. And be like, "Did you also hear that? Oh, what's his name? What's our ghost name? It's like Lope. No, not Lopus. That's Lotor.
And Lopez yells out, "Seth!"
Seth.
Last name Alyss. I joke, and this fork goes right in the door. Holy shit! Lopez. And it flies back to the table.
Okay. I know you know a lot about this place, so if there's anything that we should know about what would make it so valuable to someone else, like something hidden amongst it, below it, built on top of, if you can help us out, we'll follow your lead.
And the forks don't really move.
Okay.
They kind of move a little bit after a while, and it looks like it forms a question mark.
Okay.
Yeah, then I asked, like, Emic Froon wants this house so badly. We just want to.
And the forks start shuffling around like a lot.
Yeah, well.
And it crossbone and skull.
Yeah, well, we want to kill him too. Don't worry, we will.
And this fork goes right in the skull.
The table,
Marking up your table.
the table, man, the table. We'll get him. We'll kill him for real.
There's some marks on the table.
Okay, good enough. All right, let's go for Yagra, and in the meantime, Paz can tell us,
Yeah,
can lead us where she saw it went.
And Paz says, "You guys want to play games? Steph?
Pardon?
How about we play games?"
Yeah. Find the assailant.
What kind of game?
Give me a chance.
Oh, shit. I'm in.
Remy loves games of chance.
Then I tell you how to get there. And she pulls out a box out of one of her pouches.
Is this the game you
Son of a
played before?
bitch. I'm in.
How much money have you lost playing this already?
She opens up the lid and it's like full of tiles, like dominoes almost.
Yeah.
I see it.
And there's various types of symbols on them.
Have I played this before?
Looks like about a dozen tiles or so.
Yeah.
And she goes,
Oh, it's a little further.
"This is deck of chance. You pick a tile, see what happens."
Yes. I pick a tile.
Roll a 12-sided dice.
12-sided dice. I think I picked the wrong dice. Red's for attack.
Okay.
Red's not for attacking. 2.
Your
There's two of them.
body the skin starts disintegrating. And you start changing, and you become wispy. And the dark shadow, you start turning into this dark, wispy shadow. And right in front of your eyes, he turns into this malevolent creature floating spectrally in the air. You are now a wraith.
Like, just straight up.
Revy, are you okay?
This is what you are.
Wow.
Forever.
Wild.
You don't know. And Paz goes, good choice.
What did you just do?
But not so shiny.
Whoa, what?
Pause.
Does he still have all of his
Where did you-
armor and his items?
No, man,
and-
I'm incorporeal.
Whoa. Ooh.
Your personality and your alignment are the same,
Yes.
but that's it. All your items have disappeared.
Like, did they fall to the ground?
No, gone.
Pause. What did you? Where did you get that deck?
Found it.
Shit.
Pause, where did you find that deck?
I'm a powerful mage. It's
Right.
found in Mage Tower.
Yeah, I see that. Maybe don't use that anymore. And how that?
We can't play till tomorrow now.
Which mage tower?
Oh, mine?
Your mage tower.
Yeah, sure.
Is the
Pause,
previous
do you-
owner
Where-
still alive?
Where is
Yeah.
the mage tower?
I am Great Mage Paz.
Uh-huh.
Tower tall. Far away.
What happened to the previous owner of the tower?
Not sure.
So does that somehow lead us to?
You want to go now?
What about this thing?
He looks happy.
She's surprised.
So what does he look like
Yeah.
exactly?
Yeah.
And then we freaked out everyone else in the bar.
I'll show
If
you.
you
what
show
he
a
looks
picture of like someone with a sheet over their head,
Right. So
I'll
this
show
could
you
be
what it
good
looks
for
like.
you. Like, go with it.
Revy, can you say anything?
Can I speak? Yeah, Reese can.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, languages.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just because
like.
I just know
This is
the
what
language.
Revy looks like.
Nice.
Shit.
Without the crown.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you look like a ring wraith?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's in the name.
Without the crown, but that's the kind of incorporeal
Uh-huh.
thing he has become.
wow.
Fuck me. Okay.
Revy, you look terrifying.
Yeah. I think you need a shower.
And your equipment didn't drop to the ground; they disappeared.
Just
Oh man.
Is it like? I know it doesn't matter, but like, is it like physically gone forever? Or like, if by happen chance, if I were to turn back, someday would it come back? Okay. Well,
you don't know.
You turned into a wraith, man. You don't even know how that happened.
yeah, I'm pretty surprised. I'm like looking at my like
Is it
see-through
still
hands.
Is it still you?
I think so. I think, and I'm like, my voice is probably
Tell
all
us something that only Remy
And
would know.
you're kind of like floating around, trying to figure out how it works. You go right through the bar,
You're gonna scare away all our customers.
and the customers start screaming, and they thank you. They run out the door. The servants start
This is
screaming.
part of the act.
Run out the door.
This is part of the show.
Lopinus starts screaming and can't run away. His face runs to the outside of the door.
Hey Seth, are you there? Can you like
Kill you all.
Can you like slap this guy or something?
And
No, you can't.
and you
He's a ghost.
see another ghost in the room.
Sif.
That was Seth.
Seth.
Sif.
Seth.
Sith.
Who are you?
I'm Revenant.
Why do
Can we hear him?
sound like me? Are you dead?
I'm not sure.
This is weird.
Are we hearing him talk at all? Or is he just
No.
floating?
No,
Oh,
You can't communicate.
I can't communicate?
Can
It says,
we not
but
hear
no, it
him
says
at all?
languages, the ones I knew in life.
Yeah. You
So-
should talk to ethereal forms.
Oh.
So like
Can a wraith talk?
we can't hear him at all.
Well, if
I
have
think
language,
you would have the option of, as a wraith, because you're actually physically visible,
Yes.
you'd have the option of speaking to
Okay.
on the material plane. So you can talk to both.
It says melee weapon attack on here. Do I get a weapon?
if you have a weapon.
Yeah,
I had a weapon.
If you can hold a weapon.
Can I hold a weapon?
You try to pick something up
Yeah, I'll pick up a chair.
and go through it.
Then what is a melee weapon?
You could try focusing on that chair.
Oh yeah, sure. But can you like try and like force move it?
It moves a little bit. Like an inch.
No.
You budget an inch.
Can I
And,
get?
and Sif, you hear Sif goes, takes years of practice.
Fuck.
I can teach you.
Yes. I need to fight.
And in a few years, you'll be as good as me.
Forks.
You could be the fork master.
I need weapons.
Maybe you do spoons, I do forks.
I do swords.
Pause. We have a problem
Swords
here.
are too heavy.
You've turned one of our party members into a weird, freaky, ghostly thing that we can't talk to and is floating around the room.
Paz did do it.
Did?
No,
It was the deck.
the tile did it, and he picked the tile, so he must want that.
Yeah.
Can I pick another
Wait, can-
tile?
No other tires.
Why?
Not till tomorrow. What did you
Tomorrow
say?
we could pick a
Yeah.
tile.
Who can pick a tile? Can you pick another tile?
You could try just picking up a tile.
We're not even sure he can understand us right now.
That's true. I don't know if he can pick up a tile. He looks kind of like a cloud, and Paul just kind of like puts his hands right through you.
I wouldn't do that.
Feels
Okay.
cold.
I'm gonna walk up to Floaty Revy and be like, if you can understand me, spin in a circle.
Spin in a circle.
reply.
Oh yeah. I hear you.
Do I hear him?
Yes.
Oh. So you're just being quiet this whole time just to play, like,
No.
just to be weird?
He was speaking in the ethereal
Oh okay.
plane to Sif.
Oh, I didn't know that, right? I didn't know that. Okay.
You wouldn't hear it.
So, apparently tomorrow we can maybe try to fix you.
Yes. Yes. I will pick another tile tomorrow.
So what are you gonna do in the meantime? I suggest you hide in here, in your room.
He's gonna practice moving forks around.
Practice with Halam. Halam attacks.
I cannot go. Oh, do I know everything about me?
Yes, you have all your intelligence and personality traits.
Okay, so I know like I can't go in the sunlight. As soon as I'm a wraith, I know like I can't go out in the sun.
You
that
don't. Well, roll an intelligence check to see if at disadvantage because you never grew up with Arcana or Wraith. Or anything.
So I don't know what a wraith can do.
You'll find out when you go outside.
Yeah,
Fuck me!
Did anyone?
outside's great.
Anyone see
You
that
should try it.
Dracula show?
20 and a 3.
Netflix? Oh man, don't.
What was it? What kind of roll? Intelligence?
It was a intelligence check to see if you understood or knew anything about Wraith.
Okay, yeah.
You don't even know what you are. That you
Yeah,
are a
I
Wraith.
don't know I'm a wraith. I might have known if I'd rolled high, maybe.
I might have read it in a book.
Yeah.
So, Olimar is just kind of jaw on the floor, staring. What happened to Revi? Pause goes, yeah, upgrade.
Yeah, exactly. This could work for us.
Okay,
How fast
pause.
can you travel? Can you move like
Can I have a
the
shiny?
wind now?
Oh yeah, I can move real
You
fast.
But
So,
you can also go.
He
through
picked the
things.
card.
I can go.
And
I
you
don't
said
need
you'd
to
lead us-
style.
Right? What I mean is,
Go
we try
tile.
to chase
yes.
a guy
And you
that's an hour
said
away.
you would
If
lead
you
us-
can get there
Yeah,
in 1
we
hour.
go to
like in a
Grauhan
minute.
Villa.
Go.
Grauhan Villa.
You're going.
Have I ever heard of it?
You're our new scry guy.
No.
Okay. How far away?
What time is it?
She's like, it's probably
Beer o'clock.
under an hour or so. Depends on if you want
Can
to go
Revi
through
drink beer?
sewers to get there.
No, I'll drink his.
Pause usually goes through sewers, but if you go above ground, maybe half hour.
We'll go above ground.
What time is it?
Revy, I suggest you hide upstairs.
It's like 11 a.m.
I suggest you hide upstairs. We're gonna go try to gather a little bit of information. We'll be back.
I will not hide.
I recommend hiding.
You could try the sewers too.
You're gonna kill our revenue stream.
I will take the sewers.
Oh yeah,
Pause is like, sewers take an hour.
that's a good point. He could probably come if we take the sewers without scaring half the town. Where's the closest sewer entrance?
It's actually pretty close.
It's actually in at the far end of the alley.
Hey,
it's where
check-
the fireball happened.
Revy!
Where the fireball, where you think the guy escaped to.
Yeah.
Revy, silver lining. Check under the house.
I will. Can I go like 20 feet down and then 30 feet down and 30 feet back up?
Just check underneath.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go through some dirt.
Give me 1 sec.
Find all those hidden items that are buried beneath the house.
That I can't touch.
I'm positive there's something going on
But if
down
we
there.
can see that they're there, we can dig to them.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't need to touch them. You just need to gather information.
I can force shutter them.
You're all
One
like
each at a time.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I'm immune to being prone.
It's good.
Try and grapple me now. I'm also immune to being grappled.
Bring it.
There's your house.
Alright, I'm just gonna go like
under.
down in like a couple of the corners, in a couple spots.
Doing drilling exploration.
Yes.
Okay.
You're doing core samples.
It's an archaeological.
And if
dig.
I go
Yeah.
really fast, I can go like really far down.
So where are you going?
Well, I'm gonna go
Under the wine cellar.
like. Oh yeah, I guess go in the wine. Is there? Basement.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the basement.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 100. Okay, so I'm gonna go 10 feet down, and then scope out half the cellar, come back up,
Okay.
and then go 10 feet down and scope out the other half of the cellar.
Just 10 feet?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like you're just going to the cellar.
No,
underground.
down the cellar. And
Below the cellar?
then 10 feet below
10
the cellar.
feet.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you go down to the cellar and you just kind of go into the ground. You're surrounded by rock.
Yeah, and then I like go back and forth.
Yeah. So
And
you
it's
go
just
back
like-
and forth and you just see you're in rock. the whole
Okay,
time.
there's nothing.
Not that you see.
Is it
And then do a couple deep dives.
okay? And I come back up and I do like a 40 or 50 foot drop, and then come back up in a couple spots.
Yeah. You come through. You go down and you're coming through. You just
I-
see earth.
I do a perimeter check too. Is there anything around the perimeter that
Of where?
Of the basement.
of the basement? If I go around the perimeter, is there anything that's like a
Oh, like
Passage.
through the wall.
through the wall? I'm on the outside of the wall of the basement doing a perimeter check.
How far out are you going?
10 feet.
Yeah, 5-10 feet, kind of squiggling back and forth. Come inside, and then because I can't finish
You see rock the whole way.
the whole way. Nothing. All right. I come back up and I say, it doesn't appear that there's anything below or around the cellar.
Okay. Alright, let's head to the sewer then.
All right. I didn't. There's no sewer right below our place.
good.
Actually, you
Yeah.
would have hit a sewer.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
got to be some sort of.
I did enter the
Well,
sewer.
It would have
could
been
just be
about.
a small
It would have been about 5 feet of earth,
How
and
much
then you came
space
in.
does he occupy?
You kind of halfway came through a
All of
sewer
it.
wall, and you're like, oh, hey, I'm in a sewer.
No.
And
you
it
could
looks
hit
like it
the
heads
sewer.
towards the sewer access.
Okay. Well, that's how I'm gonna get there. I'm not gonna go outside.
That's
I'm
true.
gonna
Because you see a couple pipes from Troll Skull that you kind of followed the pipes,
Go. Okay.
dumped into a sewer tunnel.
Bamboo.
I'll meet you at the entrance.
You have no idea which way to go.
Yes, I do. I go
To
down.
Growlhund.
Huh?
Oh, you mean at the entrance of the sewer?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Not the entrance to wherever Pause is taking us, but
Gotcha.
to the entrance of the sewer where they're gonna.
Gotcha. Okay. You guys, what are you guys doing?
We'll follow pause.
Yeah, lead on pause.
Okay, so Pause just kind of strolls down the middle of the alley as a kobold, and people are giving her strange looks, and she's kind of hopping and skipping. Goes up to the sewer, and like she's done it a million times before, opens the sewer, jumps down, sploosh, and come, follow Pause.
I don't have any other mechanics.
We'll follow pause.
You guys are jumping in the sewer?
Yep.
Okay. It's pretty dark down there. You guys can all see in the dark now?
Yep.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone can see. So you follow Pause for a while. It's about an hour, and you're kind of twisting through. You have no idea which way she's going. It's like a maze.
Yeah, we just follow.
And and there's some tunnels that are pretty tight, and you guys are able to squeeze through. There's some where it's a crack in the wall.
Oh.
You gotta go.
I have to go.
All right.
As of like 2 minutes ago.
Okay.
I got a game in exactly half an hour at CNC. So
all right.
it's actually pretty easy.
Alright.
Just turn anybody that dies into a specter. I'm not sure what they do. Just turn them into a specter.
Alrighty.
I don't believe I can attack anybody. It says melee weapon, but I have life drain, so I'm not sure what that is. Anyway.
You just absorb. You just like hanging them, and they're like,
It's alright. You give them diarrhea.
Just make them really chilly. And then if you guys make it to tomorrow, pull another tile and see if I can become something less ethereal.
You are now the gelatinous cube.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm a slime next.
You were a brown oof.
All right. I'll see you later.
Yes.
See you, man.
Yeah.
Don't forget your jacket.
Or forget it. Your choice. Wait,
Well,
I
I
forgot
checked-
something last time.
That was me. I forgot my jacket.
That's a common occurrence then.
Yes.
So, I'll wait for Jason. I'm guessing Erdan is with you. Everyone's with you.
Yeah, I assume so. He's our healing battery. We're just like, Dan, we're hurt. If I was a druid, I'd awaken a pet and then teach it healing. Follows you around, heals you.
So, Pause says, above is sewer, but it's half block to villa.
Half blocked?
Half block?
Oh.
Half block?
Half a block.
Half a block?
Okay. So you saw... Was this the construct? Or the person?
I saw a person.
Person, not the construct thing.
He used to take tunnels, Pause hide, but he always go back to Growlhound Villa. The one that almost died, but limped away.
Oh, he was hit by the fireball.
Yeah, he was burned, but lived.
Okay. So we need to find this guy and then question him. Okay, perfect. Good. So we're not hostile, theoretically. No weapons out.
So Pause go up,
Yep.
and you kind of open up a sewer thing, and it's kind of a busy street. There's wagons going by and people walking by.
Is this the best exit? Do we have a more
It's
private one?
Closest.
How about a more private one? We can walk a few minutes.
Block away.
Yeah, let's do that.
So this wagon, whoa, and veers away, and Paul's like, okay, and closes the hatch again. And she's like, back this way, I know the one. And this one comes out into kind of an alley.
Okay.
It's looks like it's kind of private.
Well, I'll try to get my bearings on where the hell in the city we are.
You're
What? once I can see
Kind
some
of
landmarks.
northward, I believe.
Okay. So we made our way back
Kind of a similar area to where Emmix is, but a little more south and east.
in the poorer part of the North Ward.
It's a nicer area. No, this is like a nice area.
Oh, God damn it. We're gonna attract a bunch of attention because we stink.
You got a bit of splash on you. Pause stinks.
I will
She
use-
just splashed right through the center of the sewer. There are walkways on the inside,
Okay.
which you guys could have taken. But the air stunk down there and kind of clung a little bit.
Yeah, I'll use the water from like my water skin to clean off my boots as much as possible,
Sure.
and then offer the same to Pause.
Pause, like, yeah, sure. And she's standing in the sewer, just kind of
No.
hands it back, dumping water on her.
All right. We'll keep our distance.
Go up.
Yeah.
Alright, this goes into pretty not used alley. And she climbs up, pushes the cover away, and Tack, or Revy, is...
Yeah,
What
Revy,
do you want Revy to do?
can you go?
What does it say there then? What happens? It's about noon,
Oh, it's about noon.
and it's sunny.
This
This is a darker alley, though.
Yeah, it really just says disadvantage on attack rolls and
In
perception checks that rely on sight. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So,
So he can be in the sunlight, he just has disadvantage.
Here's the
Yeah.
deal.
Revy goes...
On attack rolls specifically.
You scary as fuck.
Yes.
Probably hang out down here. And maybe poke around a bit, but don't.
Is he visible to everyone?
And he's like, maybe I could find the sewer entrance or the sewer pipes.
Yeah.
If he's incorporeal, he can just travel through anything beneath us.
Only for a certain period of time.
Sure.
So he says, I'll go to where we were, half block. I'll look for sewage pipes
Sure.
to this place.
And if you get lost, this is where you meet us, or at Troll Skull.
Stay here.
Either here or Troll Skull.
I don't know how to get back to Troll Skull, so here.
At the nighttime, I guess. Like if you really get lost and it's nighttime.
Yeah, I'll go upstairs. I'll go on up and scare the shit out of people.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet Emic right now.
We can't hit him.
That's right. Taking swings at him.
Just
And he's like, fury of blows. Shit.
Misses every single one of
you
them.
just appear in his dreams and torture him like a nightmare.
So you guys are in an alley, and you leave
Okay.
Revy down in the sewer. And you see him glide off as you close the cover.
Okay, pause. We want to find this guy because we want to have a friendly chat.
Sure. Front gate?
What's going to be at the front gate?
Gate.
Guarded? Closed?
I've never seen guards there.
Okay,
They're
good.
usually closed. But we could pretend we're street people walking by. And it is a busy. Like you see from the alley that the street, she's like, it's down the street that way. And this street is kind of a busy street.
Alright. I'll put my weapons away as much as possible, except for the longsword I may have. And then.
Okay. And you're on the street here. And you're walking down, and it's... Actually, I'm showing Revy there, but he is not there. So it is the 5 of you. And you're walking down, and you see, and she says, this is the corner of the grow hunt. It's a big stone wall and big place inside. I haven't been inside, but it looks big. And you're walking by. You see a gate up ahead. It's you can see through it, but there's bars.
So it's
walking. Yeah, you see.
Okay.
You just kind of get a vision of kind of a grassy area with trees and various areas, looking like an inner courtyard as you're walking by.
So is this like a private subdivision type thing? Like,
This looks like
a
larger
gated
estates, like nicer estate area, the more of the luxurious, the West
so
Vancouver.
this is just like one person's house that we're walking by right now.
Yeah, it looks like a giant compound. Like,
Okay. Alright, so we keep
so
going.
keep walking.
Well, I guess we follow pause because
Well, Pause says that's the gate, and she just stands there,
that's the gate for the community or for this guy's place.
and she says, "There's another gate around the back to the state. I see horses come out there.
And this is where that one guy lives.
I've seen him come through this gate.
Okay.
He always uses sewers, so I followed him a few times,
Hmm.
wondering who he is. Who's taking Tao tomorrow?
Revy,
Yeah.
and then no one ever again.
Yeah. Yeah, Revy until he's back to normal. Which might be more than a few days.
Okay, let's go gather some information on this place. So we'll walk by. We'll kind of like scout out the whole place. I want to get the bearings. Is there like an address or anything on it?
Well, you see you remember the name of the street. I'll say you just remember.
Okay, perfect. I'll remember the intersection.
Yeah.
And then I vote that we go gather some information from like a local tavern or something. Like just talk to them about.
You don't want to infiltrate this place?
Well, you don't break into something
Sure you do.
in broad daylight because we know a person went there. They got hit by a fireball.
So you're scoping out the outside, right?
Go invisible.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's more than me.
You go around. This is where you see Pause says, "Here, gate with four horses." Pause say, "Excuse me."
Well, we can.
You want me to go in?
And then it looks like it backs up onto other kind of tall houses,
Okay.
like the wall. So they kind of just abuts like other houses and stuff like that.
So let's find like a bakery or like a kind of a restaurant, like bar.
The Waterdeep Starbucks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is it like the wall that surrounds this? How high
Yeah,
is the wall?
it's like a. Let's see. I believe it's like a 10 to 12 foot high wall. Easy. Yeah, it's a 12-foot wall.
12 foot.
Yes, actually it is. It's 12 foot high.
And the stable door /
Stone
gate
walls.
is shut as well, right?
Yeah, there is a. It looks like there is a padlock on it. Or some kind of. Sorry, not a padlock, a keyhole.
Okay, when we walk by here, do we see any people inside? Or just the
over
trees?
here?
Yeah. Because we walk by and there's a gate or.
So you're gonna just stop there. You just see trees, and it's just kind of the trees kind of obscure your vision.
Okay. No
It's
people.
about as far as you can see.
Okay.
You hear birds chirping. You don't see people. Everyone roll a perception check.
50.
9.
Hatch has 12, and Revy has
So I can roll
4.
forward then.
He's underground.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
You
Oh, 14.
at 15?
Yep.
I think you hear a clang. And maybe
Metal
a
on
yell.
metal?
Maybe a yell. Off in the distance.
Like through the gate?
Through the gate. It's hard to tell what that would be though.
Okay, I'll go up like really close to the gate. Well, I'll just go right up to the gate since I don't see anyone there, and I'll just listen specifically to hear anything that follows.
Okay. You're there for about 10 minutes. People are passing by.
In the first minute, do I hear anything else that follows?
So how long do you want to stand there?
Like, at first, I'm expecting to hear something like 5 seconds later.
Yeah,
and
with
then
that
10 seconds,
perception, that's kind
and
of
then-
what you heard.
and then 30 seconds, and then a minute.
Mhm.
I would let you do another perception about 10 minutes there.
I'm not going to be there that long.
Yeah.
Like 1 minute was
Okay.
like the max.
Okay.
Because there's could be guards. There's definitely people here. And just,
Okay,
it's a-
I'm gonna misty step through the grate, through the
Oh.
bars.
all right.
So like a bell to ring or anything? Like to... Is this like a front door that people would come up to and announce their presence?
Lucan, Misty
Yeah,
steps
I just want to
into.
go just inside,
Yeah,
and then I want to go invisible.
you go invisible.
Boom.
We're gonna stop there. Hey guys, this is GoGo DM, and thank you for listening to this episode of Perilous Pursuits. Be sure to check out our website at perilouspursuits.com for new episodes, news, and other information. And if you'd like to help us out, maybe like us, subscribe, and add some comments to our YouTube channel. Also, if you could give our podcast some stars and reviews on iTunes, we would really appreciate it. In the meantime, go take your hellhounds for a walk, give that gelatinous cube a big hug, then grab some friends and just dive in and play some D&D.